John Hunter, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We are now joined by our race winner, John Hunter Nemechek. Fifth win of the season. Can you just, how are you feeling? How do you, do you just keep winning? What are you going to?
Yeah. I'm just the lucky one that gets to hold the steering wheel of these fast Toyota Tundras that Eric and all the guys at KBM, the Fab Shop, Jerry Painter, and there's just so much work that goes into building these trucks every single week, and a lot of paying attention to fine detail and just continuing to try and make our trucks better every single week. We had an off week at Nashville last week, so it feels good to come back and have speed pretty much the first run of the race, be able to work on it and get it even better. And then being able to beat Kyle this year, 3 out of his 5 races, definitely means a lot to myself and our group as well. So I'm proud of the effort from everyone at KBM, Toyota, TRD. Thankful for the opportunity from Jack, Tyler, David Wilson, everyone at Toyota, Slugger Labby, and then obviously Kyle and Samantha and everyone at Kyle Busch Motorsports for believing in me and giving me another shot.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take some questions from the media. If you have a question, raise your hand, and someone will bring a microphone. Just state your name and affiliation. We're going to start with Dan in the corner.
Hey, John, does Kyle like your bow?
So I did it the previous, I guess, at Texas. Chase had done it. Kind of what Kyle had said in the media center. Chase had done it to him at Charlotte when he beat him. So I guess that was kind of like revenge for us from the KBM organization. And then I did it today. So wearing the Rowdy helmet, it only felt fitting to be able to do that. So I'm excited. I don't know exactly how he feels. I think he liked it at Texas. I don't know if he'll like it today, but we like to have fun. I feel like we're friends off the racetrack, so we can joke around a little bit with each other.
All right, we're going to take our next question from Bob Pockers. Go ahead, Bob. Right here.
So will you now retire the bow now that he is not racing anymore?
Yeah, that's it. Just today. Who knows? I may talk to him. With that Rowdy helmet, it's been pretty lucky so far. So it's won 2 of the 3 races it's been in so far. So hopefully we can keep that going. But being a part of Rowdy now is definitely awesome. And being underneath his wing and being able to ask him questions and learn from him and just kind of being friends while he's a boss and a mentor and everything else under the sun. So I've been having a lot of fun with him. I don't think he likes us beating him as a driver, but I think he likes it as a team owner. So I think he finished second today, right, Bob?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. So, yeah, I didn't know where he ended up there. I didn't know if the 2 got by him or whatnot. But I think him and I finished first or second in 4 of the 5 races this year that we run against each other. So, been a lot of fun.
And I was going to, did you think you were going to get as good a push on the restart or not get as good a push on the restart, or was that a bit of a surprise?
I matched his restart in the box pretty well, I felt like, and then the 2 didn't quite get to his bumper as fast as I thought he would. The outside lane was dominant here today, I felt like, on restart. So for me, it was about getting the best launch I could and then trying to keep the 38 behind me. I didn't know if he was going to fan out or exactly what he was going to do, but Todd gave me a heck of a push down the straightaway, and ultimately that was his best opportunity to win the race as well, was to stay in line and push. And the 16-2, he stayed in line and pushed, and those are probably 2 of the best pushers that we have in the regular season truck series. So for me, it was all about just staying in line, not letting them jump out and fan out. And luckily, we were able to get a really good push, and I kind of chopped off one and was able to slide up in front of Kyle and kind of take his air away. And then after that, it was all about kind of taking his air and setting sail.
All right, we're going to head back there.
Kyle Magda, Rowdy Maglite Racing Media. When you took the lead there and then you drove away from second place, did you find it redeeming for you in the 4 truck when you got beat by the 4 truck here a couple years ago?
Yeah, so that one still haunts me a little bit. I think I talked about that the last 3 weeks in the shop of we have to go there and win, just from me losing that race in 2017 to Seabell. So I felt that we had a really fast truck. I'm confident in our equipment every single week. We know that there's some weeks there where we probably won't hit it right. Today, the first stage, we're pretty far off and had to adjust on it quite a bit. The first stop, we didn't plan on stopping that first stage, but we kind of had to, and then we played a different strategy than pretty much the rest of the field. And when we got that caution, if we wouldn't have had that caution, I wouldn't have got there. So the caution kind of saved our day to be able to have a shot to win it. Thank you.
Go right up here.
Scott Walsh from the Scranton Times. When Kyle and Sheldon Creek kind of got together there, did you see that in your rearview mirror? And because obviously you were able to kind of pull away there and open up a little bit of a comfortable distance over those final laps. Maybe, if you did see that, what did you kind of think of that whole thing? So.
I have no idea. I don't know what happened. All I know is that we were clear by 5 and then clear by 20 and clear by 30. And then after that, it was just head down, not looking in the mirror, trying to break their momentum and whatnot, and just trying to stay out front.
Zach Sterniolo with the front stretch. I'm curious how much of a difference the PJ1 made today, because it seemed a little bit more prevalent today than in past races here.
So I would say last year was kind of the turning point for the PJ1. I think you saw a lot of guys in the Cup race use it. You saw a lot of guys in the truck race last year use it, the Xfinity race as well. So I definitely think that it has its benefits here. The bottom was gripped up to start the race, and then the PJ started coming in as well. So I think that NASCAR did a great job. I applaud them for how they put it down and their whole process here this weekend. It seemed like it activated way faster and wasn't as slick as some of the other places that we've been so far this year. Thank you.
All right, Chris Knight.
Chris from CatchEvents.com. When you cleared yourself going into turn 1 on the restart, and you said you cleared yourself, did you know you were clear, or were you hoping you were clear?
I thought I was clear from looking in my mirror. I know Hirschman was saying nose, whatever, but at that point, I do some things as a driver to kind of know where I'm at as far as distances and whatnot to try and clear myself in those situations. And Tony, that's one of the furthest points away from the spotter stand, and it's a bad angle. So luckily, I thought I was clear. I kind of knew that I was clear, and once I kind of slid up, I took his air away, and Kyle had to check up, and it broke his momentum.
About going to Knoxville, I know Bristol didn't turn out like you hoped, but you get a second chance on the dirt.
Hey, I've run good at Eldora every time we've been there in the past. I don't know. I think that we should be okay at Knoxville. We didn't run that great at Bristol. I thought we were going to salvage a top 10 day, but when you get taken out, it's kind of one of those deals. So we just want to go there and finish. We have 2 races left, I think, until the regular season championship ends. So just want to keep extending our points lead and keep salvaging points and hopefully go get another win. Our mindset doesn't change. We're # here for wins. Thank you.
Head back there.
Mark Tollickson, Rowdy Maglet Racing Media. Kyle, John Hunter, you and Kyle have a long history, a lot longer than maybe some of us realize, in battles on the track. Been a few years, but you remember a little incident at Indianapolis Raceway Park?
Still haunts me.
That late model race, your car had nothing left on the side, his car had nothing left on the. You guys rubbed everything off. That's one of the most fantastic races I've ever seen. Yeah,
it was. Just going back on that, I've been racing against Kyle since I was 13 years old in super late models. So when a guy like Kyle, a lot of fans and a lot of people don't necessarily like when Kyle comes down to run the smaller series or whatever it may be. But for myself as a driver, there's some drivers that don't like it too, but I enjoy it. I like racing against Kyle. I enjoy racing against Kyle. Every time that you race against him, you're learning something new. And if you can pick up on those little tips and tricks from him and learn what he's doing or how he's doing it, it's going to make yourself better as a race car driver. So I learned that day at IRP what not to do. Had the dominant car and whatnot, and ended up finishing second by like .003 or something. It was the Valence, going back to Valence days before the splitter. So I had a lot of fun that day, but we do have a long history. I mean, Kyle practically saw me grow up when he drove for Dad back in the day as well. I was super young. So that history is there with our family, and it's kind of cool how the tables have turned, and he drove for Dad, and now I'm driving for him.
All right. Do we have any final questions for our race winner? Yeah. Follow up right here.
John, you touched a little bit upon it when you talked about the bow that you did, your relationship with him. What do you think Kyle Busch, the driver, will say to you when you see him on Monday in the shop? And what do you think Kyle Busch, the car owner or the truck owner, will say to you?
I'm sure I'll get a text later about it, and I don't know what he's going to say. He was okay with the one in Texas. I don't know if he's okay with the one today. So we'll see here later tonight.
How about, though, just the performance, the way the race turned out? What would Kyle Busch, the driver, say, and what would the owner say?
Well, Kyle has a rule that if he has a fire suit on and he's in the race, he's not going to come to victory lane if his truck wins. Just one of his rules, one of his key moments. I mean, I wouldn't want to as a driver either. If I'm racing, I want to win the race, and if not, I'm going to be frustrated on why we didn't win the race. But as a team owner, that's all he can ask for is for his trucks to run good, run up front, lead laps, win races, win stages. So he's pretty happy in that category as well.
Alrighty, any final questions for John Hunter? All right, well, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on 5 wins. And
Thank you.
Talk to you for the next
Thank
one.
you.